Hello everyone, myself Dr. Vinay Gandal from KMC College Khopoli. Today we are going to learn different types of research method. Dear students, as you know that in entire research process, researcher need to undertake their research which is mainly based on methods of research. So it is very necessary to the researcher to understand what type of research method he is going to use to investigate the problem statement. Okay, so types of research methods or understanding of types of research method is very much important from the researcher's point of view. So first of all, I'm going to just highlight different types of research methods which normally researchers are used. The first type of method is types of research on the basis of objective. It consists of fundamental research, applied research and action research. Another one type of research normally researchers are used, that is on the basis of nature of data. There are two types of research based on nature of data, like qualitative research and quantitative research. Means depending upon the nature of research and uh, structure of research, the methods of research is depends. Third type of research, which is on the basis of nature of findings, are also known as explanatory research and descriptive research. Another fourth type of research normally researcher need to use understand, that is called as on the basis of approach involved. Longitudinal research, cross sectional research and mixed research. And this is the last fifth one type of research, that is on the basis of experimental manipulation. The research consists of experimental research and non-experimental research like historical research, philosophical research, ex post facto research, and correlation studies. So these are the various types of research methods normally used in the research activity. So the researcher must know what type of methods he is going to use, or what is the research method of his research depending upon the nature and structure of his research study. Okay, now we are going to understand the specific type of research that normally researcher need to understand. The first research is descriptive research. Dear students, the question is arise, what actually descriptive research is? It is a fact-finding investigation which is aimed at describing the characteristics of individual, situation or a group, or it is the process of describing the state of affairs as it exists at present. So normally whenever researcher need to observe, need to investigate the problem by investigating and describing the characteristics of individual, situation or a group or event, this research is known as a descriptive research. Or whenever the researcher need to consider opinion of the respondents regarding the facts, is also known as descriptive research. It includes survey and fact-finding inquiries of different kinds. So researchers need to undertake a survey or to make inquiries regarding fact-finding procedure of or from respondents. This process mainly used by the researcher in descriptive research. Descriptive research is work as both qualitative or quantitative, but mostly serves as a qualitative. But there may be a chance of quantitative data also in that type of research. Normally, this research collects data on the basis of opinion, and in such type of research, sample size should be always large. So more than 30 or more than 30% sample size is to be used in descriptive types of research. Okay, so in the case of descriptive research, it is very necessary for the researcher to consider some points like descriptive research gathers idea data on the basis of opinion, views, and observations at the present. There is no manipulation in descriptive research, no causes and effects in descriptive research, and sample size should be large, more than 30. Okay, for example, there is suppose effectiveness of physical education teacher towards development of physical education process or profession is the simple example of descriptive research in which researcher need to understand how physical education make effectiveness on the education physical educational profession. So depending upon the nature of research study, we have to consider what type of we have to decide what type of research methods we are going to undertake. Okay, another type of research is analytical research. Dear students, in the case of analytical research, researcher need to undertake in-depth study of the research problem. Okay, so it is also known as in-depth study research and is primarily concerned with testing of hypothesis, and normally in analytical research attempt is to be made to explain complex phenomenon. Different types of analytical researches are undertaken by the researcher, like historical research, philosophical research, research synthesis, etc. Okay, analytical research mainly related with the question why. So when we are thinking why it is or why the questions regarding why, so wherever there is a question of why, there is a need to undertake a research which is called as analytical. And it is mainly concerned with historical, philosophical research or research synthesis, etc. Okay. The next type of research is exploratory research. The exploratory research is also known as formulate research. It is mainly conducted for a problem that has not been clearly defined and to explore group or questions. Okay, so in the case of exploratory research, the researcher need to study the questions to find out the answers which need a detailed investigation. The answers or analysis of the researcher may not be final conclusion. So it is a wide range of research. It is having a qualitative approach and it is related with the question how long. Okay. So in the case of exploratory research, the researcher need to undertake a detailed study and analyze the data, the analysis or whatever answers he got from the investigation may not be a final conclusion, and In this research, the researcher can provide significant insight into a given situation. For example, how to improve the mental ability of commerce students. So this is the study which based on exploratory research. Okay, so in the case of exploratory research, researcher need to consider different points to make his research work more effective. Next type of research is fundamental research. Dear students, for your kind information, fundamental research is also known as basic or pure research, which is normally undertaken for the sake of knowledge without any intention to apply in the immediate practice. This type of research is mainly concerned with generalization and formulation of theory. It is not necessary in this research to be problem oriented. Its main aims to improve scientific theory. So it is a pure basic research which is just related with gaining the knowledge. There is no any intention to do investigation, and normally whatever theory or whatever fact researcher need to formulate or generalize, that is based on fundamental research or basic research. Okay, next research type or research method which normally researcher need to consider, that is called as applied research or action research. Sometimes there may be a confusion among the researchers about applied research and action research. Okay, so normally applied research is carried out to find out solutions to the real life problem, real life situation requiring an action or policy decisions. So normally this type of ratio is very specific and its aims is to find out the solutions. Normally it is usually exploratory but descriptive in nature and have limited control over the problem. So in the case of applied research or action research, what are the similarities? So both the researchers or means they are similar researchers focuses on the immediate problem. So wherever there is a immediate need to take a decision about the problem, so researcher need to undertake a study that is called as applied research or action research. Normally applied research is focused on a general immediate problem, and action research is also called as applied research, but action research is used in educational finding out the educational problems, or it is focused on educational problems. Okay, so this type of research also very much important from research point of view. Wherever there is a need to uh, get immediate solution to the problem. Next type of research is experimental research. So dear students, as you know that experimental research plays an important role in the entire research process. Sometimes researcher may undertake a different experiment to investigate the problems. Okay, so normally experimental research design is used to assess the effect of one particular variable on a phenomenon by keeping another variable. So whenever we are studying the impact of one variable on another, so it comes under the category of experimental research. It is cause and effect research. It is also related with the question what will be the effect, what will be the problem in near future. there is a manipulation. This research is based on quantitative data, or there is a quantitative research under experimental research, and it is always unbiased. Okay, so in the case of experimental research, researcher need to undertake experiment regarding variables or impact of one variable on another. There are many important points which need to consider under experimental research, that is manipulation, it is a cause and effect research, there is a quantitative approach in experimental research, it is always unbiased, and it is more controllable by the researcher. Okay, so these are the different types of research normally researcher need to consider. Another type of research is historical research. So it is very common research which researcher need to undertake. Normally it is the study of past records and other information sources with a view to find out the origin and development of a phenomenon and to discover the trends in the past in order to understand the present and to anticipate the future. So whatever past happening happen, whenever researcher need to consider these past things and to understand the origin and the development of that phenomenon is called as historical research. It is the process of understanding the history of particular fact. For example, study about Indus Valley civilization or study about the past happenings are comes under the category of descriptive research. Sorry, historical research. So whatever, as you know that there are many things which has been happened in past, and wherever we are studying about the history, so in such a case, researcher always need to view or to find the origin and development of the fact. Okay, so these are the various types of research methods which researcher need to use in the research process. So dear students, whenever researcher wants to undertake or investigate a research problem, he must know what type of research methodology or research methods he is going to use, and which is normally based on the nature of his research study. Okay, thank you.